All right, now that we talked about knife selection, let's see a little bit more in depth why it is important for the knife handle to fit in our hand properly. Now, we have various grips, various schools of thought on how to grip a knife. I really want to focus on three. One is the hammer grip, which, as the word implies, is like you would hold a hammer. So the knife is enclosed in your fist, and it's a very secure grip. There is no lateral movement, and you still have a good reach. You can put some good strength in it. It's not my favorite because you do lose a little bit of dexterity by having the thumb to the side of the handle rather than on the spine. Now, the same grip, if you just move the thumb on the spine of the knife, is what is called the fencer grip or the Filipino grip. I really like this grip because it's really intuitive. If I were to take my knife away and just keep the thumb there and train, if I'm in front of the mirror or with a partner, wherever my thumb goes, my blade would be an extension of it, right? Also, it gives you a little bit more of a reach, and especially it gives you a lot more dexterity. I can go way faster. I can move my knife a lot faster than with the hammer grip. I have the same reach, and it's more intuitive with how my hand-eye coordination works. Like if I were to aim at something, say the eye of the target, I don't need to aim, I just need to point. So everybody has an innate ability to point their finger, right? So just applied to the tool that you're going to be using for self-defense. Now, the third grip that we're going to talk about is the reverse grip. We don't teach at all in the safer, faster knife defense the fancy grip changing, from Filipino to reverse, because we really don't think there is a place for it in a real fight. In a real fight, is up close, is fast, is dynamic. You're not thinking about switching grips, and you don't really have a need to switch grips in the middle of a dynamic critical incident. So this would work if I choose to deploy my knife like that. So I have it in my pocket. When it comes up, it's open in this grip. Good. Like the positive of this grip is that it gives you a really good strength. It's really good for up close because you can put your body right behind it. You can put the thumb on top to cap it and also gives a little bit of a direction. You can use it to strike with the pommel. So it's a really good strong grip. You do lose a little bit in reach. You can offset that loss by going diagonal with it, but you're still not going to have the same reach as with the straight Filipino grip. Now, like anything else, practice. Make sure that you're comfortable with the grip you choose to practice with, and stick with it. Once you get your basics down, when you get comfortable, and remember, you start by being comfortable with something, then you become competent, and that will work on your confidence with it. Now, we've seen all three grips that we're going to deal with in the drills that we're going to see later. Make sure, though, not to get seduced by trying everything. Like, find out which grip works best for you. Develop your skills with that grip, whether it is the hammer grip, whether it is the Filipino or the reverse. And after you become comfortable with that grip, after you develop competence in using that grip, you can switch and try another one just to add to your knowledge. But don't distract yourself, don't distract your focus by trying all three interchangeably. All right, so now let's talk about stance. Again, there is a lot of different philosophy regarding the knife stance and so on. We really want to simplify. We want to make it as intuitive as possible. Again, you see this principle throughout the course of instruction. So we know for a fact that the body's natural reaction when startled, when presented with threat, is to lower the center of gravity in order to be able to move more dynamically away from danger. And therefore, that's the stance that we want to use. We want to have bent knees, bend in the hips, axis forward, and we want to keep our elbows tied to our sides because it offers protection to our torso. Also, a very important thing, we don't want to get drawn into leading with the head. If I'm here with my stance, my head is what's in front of the rest of my body, so it's the first target that the bad guy may choose to take. So I want to be able to be athletic. I can have my feet offset because I'm going to be moving, so I don't need to be on a neutral stance. But it's important to keep an athletic stance, feet parallel, the hips and the shoulders are towards the danger. And from this position, I can move laterally. I can really use my body torque to deliver more dynamic cuts and thrusts. Now, it's important to realize, though, not to get focused on the stance so much. Stance really is a matter of convenience. It's defensive use of the knife. Therefore, I cannot count on the perfect stance all the time. I cannot start my training from the perfect stance all the time. I have to take into consideration the fact that I may find myself off balance. I may find myself stepping over something. So it's one of the principles that we really drive through with personal defense readiness is the off-balance principle. So let's make sure that we don't rely on our perfect stance all the time, that we start our training from an off-balance position as well. Stance is a matter of convenience. You want to be ready to fight back from wherever stance you find yourself in.